If you've installed the Claude Code extension in VS Code and started asking it questions, you're already ahead of most developers. But here's what almost nobody tells you. Out of the box, Claude doesn't know anything about your project. It doesn't know your file structure, your coding style, or what your app actually does. So the answers it gives you are generic, and sometimes just wrong. Here's the thing. There's one setup step that fixes this completely. It takes 2 minutes, and once it's done, Claude stops guessing and starts giving you answers that are actually useful. Here's what we're covering. Install the extension, set up a file called Claude.md, use it on a real bug, and I'll show you the safety net too. Let's go. Open VS Code. On the left sidebar, click the extensions icon. It looks like 4 squares, or press Ctrl+Shift+X. In the search bar, type Claude Code. Install the one published by Anthropic. It takes about 10 seconds. Once it finishes, look at the left sidebar, the activity bar. You'll see a new Spark icon there. That's Claude Code, and it's always visible no matter what you have open. Click it to open the sessions list and start a new conversation. If you have a file open in the editor, there's also a faster shortcut. A Spark icon appears in the top right corner of the active file. Click either one. A chat panel opens. The first thing it asks is how you want to log in. Choose the Claude.ai account option. That's Claude Pro at $20 a month. Click that button, sign in through the browser window that opens, click Authorize, and close the tab. The extension picks it up automatically. Now look at the bottom of the chat input box. You'll see a mode indicator showing your current permission level. Click it to switch modes. Ask before edits is the default. Claude shows you exactly what it's about to change. Green lines are additions, red lines are deletions. You approve, and it applies the change. Use this when you're exploring something new. Edit automatically makes every change without asking. Claude just executes. Use this when you've reviewed the plan and you trust it to run. Plan mode is for bigger tasks. Claude maps out every step first and waits for your go-ahead before touching a single file. Review the plan, leave feedback right in the document, then let it run. And here's the project we'll be working with. It's a simple Kanban board running in the browser. 3 columns: to do, in progress, and done. Each card is a task you can drag between columns. Watch, I'll drag this card from to do over to in progress, and then all the way to done. Now let's create a new task. I'll type a name and hit add. There it is in to do. Drag it over to in progress and back to do. Simple app, real code. This is what we'll be debugging and extending. Now let's talk about the one step that turns Claude from a generic chatbot into something that actually knows your project, and it takes about 60 seconds. Here's what's actually happening when Claude gives you a generic or wrong answer. It knows how to code. It's been trained on millions of projects, but it doesn't know your project. It doesn't know if you're building a React app or a Python API. It doesn't know how you name your functions, where your main logic lives, or what your app is even supposed to do. So it answers based on what's most common, which is usually not what you need. Claude.md is a file that lives in the root folder of your project. That's the outermost folder you open in VS Code, not inside any subfolders. Claude reads it every single time you start a new session. You put your project's purpose in there, how the files are organized, and how you want it to write code. From that point forward, every answer is shaped by your specific code base, all the files and code that make up your project. You don't have to write it yourself. Claude builds it for you, and there's a dedicated command for this. In the chat panel, type /init and press enter. That's Claude Code's built-in command for generating this file. It analyzes your code base automatically, your build commands, test setup, project conventions, and writes the file based on what it actually finds. A new Claude.md file appears in the root folder of your project, right next to your README or whatever config files sit at the top. Open it. You'll see Claude's understanding of your project, the purpose, structure, naming conventions, everything. Think of it as Claude's briefing document, its working memory. Every time you start a new chat, Claude reads this file first, before you've typed a single word. If your project changes, you add a library, you change your naming conventions, update Claude.md. Treat it like a living document. Now let's put this to work. I'll show you 2 real prompts on a real project, one to fix a bug, one to add a feature, so you can see exactly what to type and why it works. The bug. You can't drag a card directly from in progress to done. Grab a card in progress and drop it on the done column. Nothing happens. The card stays where it is. That's the bug. In the chat panel, type this. Moving task from to do to done does not work. Let's fix. That's the whole prompt. No technical jargon, no file names. Just describe what's broken in plain English. Claude figures out the rest. You'll see Claude thinking through the problem, reading the relevant files, and identifying the cause. Once it shows you what it's going to change, Claude displays the exact lines it's adding or removing, green for additions, red for deletions. Review those changes. If they look right, approve the edit. Now let's test it. Switch over to Chrome and refresh the page. The fix is live. Grab a card in Progress and drop it on Done. It works. But wait, notice something. The task we created earlier is gone. Every time you refresh, the board resets. That's because the app isn't saving anything. All the data lives in memory and disappears the moment the page reloads. That's our next prompt. Back in the chat panel, type this. Let's save changes so they are kept after page reload. That's it. Claude knows the codebase. It knows what changes means in this context, and it knows how to persist data in the browser. Watch it figure out the right approach on its own. When it's done, it shows the modifications. This time, only additions, highlighted in green. Review them, and if everything looks right, click Allow. Back in the browser, let's add a new task and refresh the page. And now it's still there. The data persists. Now let me show you something that makes Claude a lot more useful as you work through real code. Open a new chat with the plus icon at the top of the panel. Notice that the file you have open in the editor is automatically added as context. And if you switch to a different file, it updates automatically. Claude always sees what you're looking at, but it gets better. Highlight a portion of the code, say a specific function. You'll see the chat box show 3 lines selected. That selection is sent as context too. So if you type, "explain this code," Claude knows exactly which part you mean. You don't need to copy and paste it or describe where it is. The selection does the work for you. And if you want to reference a file that isn't currently open, just type @ followed by the file name, then your question. Claude pulls it in and answers in that context. If you don't want Claude to see the current file or selection, click the small file icon in the chat box. The icon changes to show that the reference is off. Claude is now answering without that context. Let's try a real refactor. With state.js open and referenced in the chat, ask Claude to use snake_case for this file. Quick note if you're not familiar. Snake_case means writing variable names with underscores instead of capital letters. So task list becomes task_list. Claude knows which file we mean, so it gets to work. And here's what makes this impressive. It doesn't just rename the identifiers inside state.js. It knows that other files are calling those same names, so it updates every reference across the whole project. Because we're in Ask Before Edits mode, it asks for permission on each change. But you don't have to click through every file one by one. Click Allow all edits this session, and it switches to automatic mode, making all the remaining changes without stopping to ask again. Here's the question most people have at this point. What if Claude gets it wrong? It happens. Claude is powerful, but it's not perfect, and if it rewrites the wrong function, you need a way back that doesn't involve manually undoing every change. This is where 2 things save you. The first is built right into the chat panel. Hover over any message in the conversation and a Message Actions button appears. Click it. You get 3 options: forking the conversation, rewinding the code, or both at once. We want rewind code to here. This reverts your files back to exactly how they were before that message, but keeps the full conversation history. So you don't lose the diagnostic chat you just had. You just roll back the code. No digging through undo history, no manual file restores. Just click and rewind. The second safety net is Git. Git is a tool that tracks every change in your project over time. Think of it as a complete version history of your code. If you haven't set up Git yet, I'll link our setup guide on screen. It takes about 4 minutes. In the chat box, I type, "Let's start using Git for this project." Claude reads the existing .gitignore file first. It wants to understand what's already being excluded before touching anything. Then it asks permission to run 2 terminal commands, one to initialize Git and stage all the files, and a second one to create the initial commit. You approve each one by clicking Yes. Notice the commit message it writes. It's not just initial commit, it describes the actual project, and it already knows that node_modules and other junk folders are excluded because it read the .gitignore first. You can verify this right inside VS Code. Click the source control icon in the left sidebar. It looks like a branching tree. At the bottom, you'll see the Git graph, and there's our commit. Initial commit, vanilla JS Kanban board. 13 files changed, everything is clean. Now here's something really useful. I type, let's impose the following coding standards for this project: camel case naming and max 300 lines of code per file. Add these to Claude.md and commit. One prompt, 3 things happen. Claude updates the Claude.md file with those rules, so every future conversation in this project inherits them automatically. Then it stages the change. Then it commits, with a proper message describing exactly what was added. That's the pattern. You set the rules once, Claude remembers them, and from that point, it follows them without you having to repeat yourself. Back in the source control panel, you can see the new commit sitting on top, Add Coding Standards. One file changed, Claude.md, and below it, the initial commit is still there. A clean 2-commit history built entirely by Claude. Quick note on usage before you go. You can check where you stand right inside the extension. Click the menu icon at the bottom of the Claude Code panel, then select Account and Usage. A panel opens showing 2 progress bars. Your session usage, that resets every 5 hours, and your weekly usage, which resets every 7 days. If you're getting close to the limit and want to keep going, click Manage Usage on Claude.ai. That opens the web interface where you can see a full breakdown and, if you want, add credit to your account. That credit runs on the API, so even when your Pro subscription limits reset, you can keep working by paying per use instead. There's also a quick way to check usage without leaving the chat. Type a / in the chat input, and you'll see the full list of built-in commands. I'll scroll through so you can see what's available: debug, insights, review, security review, and more. I click on /cost. It instantly tells me which model is handling my requests and the cache hit rate. Mine is 94%, which means Claude is reusing context efficiently instead of processing everything from scratch every time. That's the full setup. Extension installed, 3 modes explained, Claude.md created, a live demo of debugging and adding a feature, and the safety net that means you can let Claude work without worrying about making things worse. You're fully set up for using Claude inside VS Code. Subscribe if you're building with AI tools. That's what this channel covers, one video at a time.